And we're live with some West Coast boogie shit. JK. I don't know that dude. I don't even know his energetic field. What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I'm your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, and messenger of God. What's up, what's up, what's up? Happy Moon Day. Happy Moon Day, Moon Day, Moon Day. Moon Day, Moon Day. How you guys doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I feel great, actually. Like, you know what a great feeling is? Is when you're just chill. You know, yeah, everybody wants to be all, you know, all high vibrational, all love and light, all smiles and butterflies, and, you know, you're glowing and shit. That takes a lot of energy to be that. But just to be chilling like a villain, just chilling in your skin, that's some good shit right there. That's that good shit. Where you don't have to turn up or turn down. You just turned. That's where I'm at. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch my community page and probably some videos from last night. Probably shouldn't even, I don't even know what I said. I said it, and I'll go back and review it later. Where am I at? Well, obviously, if you can hear that loud ass engine, I'm back by my car. I'm running it. I had to come back to the car. And it made perfect sense, too. The weather's going to be beautiful this week. And when the weather's beautiful, what would you do? You'd be outside. So it makes sense. There's about to be a fucking Bronco game tonight. And I was within blocks of that motherfucker. Hundreds of thousands of fucking, you know what I mean? Fucking testosterone and shit. So that made sense why they got me the fuck out of there. The hotel I was staying at was at the Highlands. But what was really interesting was, you know, when we went to leave, all these families, all these people, I told you, they all get, you know, they all come in on the voucher. And we're all packing up. Actually, I looked up. It was too fast. I was sitting there jamming. I had my eyes closed. I was in full meditation. I look up and everybody's out. You know, everybody's got to be out by 11. And all the families are out and everything. And it's just like I sit there and I stand at the top of this, you know, the top of my tower, and I look at my people and I pray for them as they go to leave it back into the streets. And I look forward to the day where we'll call this place home again. You know, you are my people. This is obviously, you know, I recognize your faces. You're my people. I'm your people. We're the same people. It don't matter. So anyways, I go to say goodbye to a couple. And my spirit says I need to get closer to this couple. Now, here's the deal, dude. This couple is my brother and his wife all over again. And I love them so much. I spent so much time with them, but I judged them, and there was a lot about their lifestyle that just drove me fucking insane in the flesh. And as soon as I met these two, I was like, you two are exactly like my brother and his ex-wife. They have like 5 little babies. They're all in the, you know, living the fucking life, bro. Anyway, so I go to leave this morning. And I go to give her my information and stuff, and I was like, you know, they say it's gonna snow in like a week, so maybe we'll be back in a week. She's like, yeah, I have a friend that's gonna put us up for a hotel till we can get our TANF. It's like, I gotta be honest, dude, I'm gonna go back to my car. I actually live out of my car. I was in a hotel before I got here, but I just got back to making money. I didn't make enough money to do such things this week. She's like, that's why I have 2 of those cars. She points down. She has one van, and then right next to it is a second van. She said, we live out of that one. And then I stood there for a minute, you know, exchanged numbers and stuff. I told her the hotels that I found that were reasonable, and she told me the ones that she goes to, and we exchanged information and shit. And then I stood there and I started to look at all the families, and I started to realize that's why they have so many cars. Not all of them are Lyft drivers. I don't know where their second car came from. But again, if you had a family and you had jobs and stuff, each of you had a vehicle. You know, while he was at work, you had to run the kids and shit like that. How come I had to? Because my car started going out and I took advantage of the COVID money. I was an independent contractor, so I tapped into that and I bought a new car. That's exactly what the COVID money was for. It was for your business. So I used it for my business, literally. So that's where, you know, that came from. I didn't do no crazy shit. But anyways, I just was humbled. Because, you know, as I came back to my car and I was like, guys, I want to pull everything fucking out. I want to redo it again. You know, I'm psycho. I just want to redo it. And so I pull everything out, and I decided to go through the one, there's certain stuff that I hold on to that I just think I'm going to need, or just haven't gotten to the place where I've gotten rid of it yet. So I pull out the stuff that I have from camping. Inside of there, I still have my stove and my propane tanks and all this other random shit from camping that I decided it's time to let go of. So I was able to condense a lot of space, which made everything a lot more feasible. And as I'm doing all this, I look over at my daughter and I'm like, are you sad? Are you ashamed? Are you mad at me? Or is it just sometimes? And she said, it's just sometimes. It's like, my friends already know, Mom. They've known since the day we left that we live in our car. It's not a big thing, Mom. It's like, I know. Sometimes it feels real bad. And I was like, you should have seen the shit that, you know, that fucking what's-his-face said to me yesterday. He really tried to make me feel bad about it. Sometimes I do. I was like, do you feel bad? She said, no. And we pulled out our chairs next to our car as I'm sitting in. And my son's playing out in the dirt. He's been glued to the fucking Xbox for over 9 days. He's out playing in the, you know, playing in the land. And she's stretched out in the car. The dog's all comfy. And I'm sitting out here just enjoying the land. And it's like, no, you're not ever gonna get it, guys. I don't fully get it, but God gets it. He knows what I need. And that's what they said too. As soon as we got up, are we going to Red Rocks, Mom? I said, no, I don't want to take, because we had the new car, the dog in the new car, and I didn't have a long leash. We didn't have our chairs, nothing. You know, it's not the same in that car. It's like, no, let's go unload this car and then maybe we'll go. Then we got it all done and I was like, guys, it's over. It's like an hour from here. It's like, I do this for a living. I do all this driving, and I have to do that tonight. I don't want to use all my day energy driving so that I can't drive at night because I got to chill, you know what I mean? And that's where I'm at. As soon as Monday rolls around, any money I make goes to the man. My bill is $400 without any kind of fees or anything, and those just add up from the week before. So I got to spend, you know, I got to pay off my bills before I can actually make any money. And that's why, if you were paying attention, I wasn't working last week. Not physically. I was literally emotionally working my way through, you know, some shit. And that's what I learned. How did I end up right back where I started? Because the problem was right back where I started that I was running from. I was dropping hints, but I didn't totally blast it out until the end, you know, with the Scorpio shit. And I was like, they know who I'm talking to. And that's it. I didn't want to. I didn't want to be put in that shameful place. I didn't want to admit that I was that girl. I never wanted to go back to it. If I'm going to go back, you're going to be better. And he did. I came back. I reached out. And that was the first part. The first part is he's got me blocked. So I've got to reach out to him and show him how I'm seeing him, which is through my daughter's Instagram. So I'm like, if I do this and he's really hates me, that was the first fucking rejection. If he's really, you know, and that's it. It's like, you don't want to reach out because you don't want to face the truth. What if they really don't want to talk to you? So I reached out and I'm like, this is my daughter's. Please don't do anything mean. You know what I mean? I hope you don't block it because, yeah, this is where I watch from, but I'd like to talk to you. And he came over to mine and we started talking. And he was nothing but respectful. He was a good, respectful man. Like, no, I'm not going to do any of that. Let's just be friends. And he tried really hard, but I wasn't being friendly. And there was something about it, is that was the truth, is I thought that's all I wanted until I got what I wanted, and then I realized that I wanted more. And that's what happened too. And I said to him, I was like, all you wanted was fucking me, and I threw myself at you and you didn't want me. And then it was really funny. I was like, we just, you know, that's just it, and that's what happened. But truthfully, you know, all those years ago when I met him, I was just as fucked up. I had literally just got out of homelessness. I just got an apartment. When I got that job, my ex-husband had just fucking beat me and left me again, bro. You know? And so I was so raw. And I didn't want him to know anything. Because, you know what I mean? He was dating all these girls and, you know what I mean? I just look like, you know, I don't look like what I've been through. You'll never see it. And we work so hard to hide it. And you know what I mean? And that was it. And that's what I told him too. It's like, I've always put you and your family first. You remember? You know what I mean? You told me these were your dreams, that you loved this girl and that, you know what I mean, you pushed her away and that you couldn't have kids. And then this girl came back and she had your kid. So I just ran away from it. You know what I mean? And then we talked about how he ended up with the other girl right after, and she carried him through hard times. And, you know, that's that's his rock, I suppose. His anchor. And I understood all of that, and I was trying to explain it, but ultimately I came off as the devil, and I really saw it as it's the truth. You know what I mean? You're in a place where you have a happy home, and here comes this bitch trying to pull you out of it and trying to make you, you know what I mean, sin against your family and fucking go into fucking, you know what I mean, a shit world, because I don't have a world to offer you, not a pretty world. I just live in this world wherever God tells me. And as I was packing my stuff, I would have loved to have, that's what I realized. It's like it almost felt like I was packing and getting ready to go. Even the dog felt it as we were repacking the car, like, here we go on our next adventure. But it's like there's nowhere to run anymore. I was running from him, my feelings. What if I would have just tried? What if I just would have been unapologetic about how bad how much I wanted him, and just really went after it. But in order to do that, I had to be the bitch that I was ashamed to be, that everybody called, that I didn't want to be. And that's it. And then when I faced him, he did. He all the things that I was afraid he would ever say to me and judge me by, he did. He used all that shit. Everything that I was afraid that he would find out. But he didn't find it out. I told the world. And by the time he told me, it's like, it no longer hurts. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid to tell you who I really am anymore. And I get it that if you really would have known who I was, you would have never given me a chance. And that's the sad truth. And that's why he doesn't like me, because he didn't really know who I was. I wasn't this. And that's what I said too. It's like, I was just a Christian woman too. I didn't know about any of this. But you can't call me crazy. There's too many. And then I sent him Wolfman's video. It's like, he seems like a nice guy. He's attractive. I was like, yeah, I know. And that's it. I got to and that's how I ended up in court. I got right there where they gave me the perfect guy, and I couldn't go forward because I had all this. And he called it in his Sagittarius video. He's like, you're gonna go back to your toxic ex. And no. He wasn't toxic, bro. I am toxic. I'm toxic. And that's okay. It's how God made me. People have known it. He's like, your life was so exciting. I was like, you mean chaotic? Chaotic? It's only peaceful when I stay still. But the second I get up, there's an adventure to be had. And yeah, I didn't do any of this type of shit when I was just working and just maintaining bills. But that's what I said too, is I may have lost everything, but at least I feel free. I don't feel trapped by my feelings or by words or by bills or by anything. When we came to the car, it wouldn't turn on. It was acting funny. No, it turned on, then we turned it off to go to get some food, and we came back and it wouldn't turn back on. And the kids were so brave. They're like, well, Mom, it was gonna die someday. And it was that moment, it's like, I'm doing the right thing. Because as brave as they are to sit in their skin and say, oh well, in my own skin I still felt all the fear and chaos and you know what I mean, and uncertainty of what am I gonna do. But they're learning to have faith and understanding. They are learning it faster than I am as I'm trying to teach it. They really got it. And that's it, they didn't care. We'll be alright, Mom. Even if the car doesn't turn on. I was like, no, we need it for heat, and that's how we charge our phones. Let's figure this out. I think it was, I don't know. I hadn't run it in days. I came over a couple times, turned it on, had a cigarette in it. But I haven't ran it, so I'm leaving it running for as long as I can, and hopefully that'll be okay. If not, we'll figure it out. And that's it. I was like, it's just another tower. And that's it. It's like, when I'm in my weakest, I can turn to them and they're so strong. And it's like they're not supposed to be. No, but just imagine when they get out there and things start fucking with them. The world starts getting hard. They're going to be okay. And be like, it's all right. It'll be all right. We'll figure it out. They're learning, techniques that I didn't have. I didn't know how to be okay about things. And then afterwards, my son's playing and he comes running up. Look, Mom, look what I found. And he brought me an owl feather. That's the third one. And I just want to point out, they're coming. The only ones they're here in Colorado. It's beautiful. It really is. My first one was up at Black Hawk when I decided to be brave. I left Oklahoma with no home. With this idea, I was going to camp in the woods, and I didn't even have camping gear. And I got here, and they gave me all the gear and gave me a place, and that's where I stayed. And then my car got broken into, and all this shit happened. We got rained on, and God gave me another place, and we stayed there. And that's where I got my second one. And then on that mountain of Chief Hosa, it's the last day. Where do I go from here, God? He sends me to Arizona. And he sends me to, He sends me to Lake Mead. That was the most beautiful place, dude. It really was. It was so beautiful to just sit there and look at that lake, and it was beautiful. I mean, every place I've been is beautiful. And as I sat there feeling hopeless, He gave me the vision to come back home. I can't do these things. I don't know how I'll ever do it. But then I do it, and everyone's like, you're so brave. I'm so scared too, guys. I'm scared to talk to Him. I'm scared to be honest. I'm scared to show you. I'm scared. I'm always scared. I'm always scared. But I know that that's just a fear. That's just a feeling that's trying to hold me back. And it's like my most common feeling now. It's just, I'm scared. Just do it. You can do this. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm not, that's the feeling I'm trying to most conquer now. I spend a lot of time trying to conquer feelings and understand them, but this one is it. It's like everything I'm doing right now, I'm so scared of. But I'm just doing it with such bravery. It's like, just do it and breathe. You can do it. And that's how you realize you're strong. Is being strong. Pushing yourself to be strong. Even though everybody else thinks you're a weak motherfucker. I can't. I get why you see me the way you see me, but I can't see it that way when I've seen where I've, like, do you know how far I've come? And yeah, I wish I would have already, in 2 weeks I could have made enough money to save myself and my family from the disaster that I've drug us into in the last 2 years, that God drug us into. But it's going to take more time than 2 weeks, guys. And again, I didn't even really work last week. I posted it. I didn't even work. I picked up a person here and there just to have, you know what I mean? Just to pay off that car and make sure. I had to do 20 rides too. I did 21 rides. Finished one last ride. I was just trying to keep my head above water. And what was the water? My feelings. While I'm swimming in them, I'm trying to keep everything up. And that's it too, is you got to deal with what's inside, because the outside is too crushing if you're not full, and if everything's crushing inside. So yeah, that's what it was. And if you were listening, it's like, if you could go back and, why didn't you just face Him? Why didn't you face Him? Because I didn't want to face the rejection. And that's exactly what I got. And I faced it. And I faced it proud. I am this dirty, filthy, fucking trashy ass, fucking shitty ass bitch. But I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to use all this trash to make other people's lives better. I'm trying to use the life that God gave me instead of hating it. And that's how I ended up here, is I didn't appreciate the life God gave me. I hated it and I wanted a new life, so He gave me a life that I could appreciate. Be careful what you pray for. I had no humility. And so He made me humble by humiliating me often. I didn't have love. I didn't have compassion. I didn't have understanding. I have all these things. It didn't come with a house and a man. But it's not like I haven't been chasing that too. I'm doing everything. Just not everything that you think I should be doing. And that's what I said to him too. It's like, what am I supposed to do? That's what I say to my kids. What can I do to make everything better? What can I do in this body that will make you pleased with me and my situation? How can I fix this? Do you know what I mean? Do you think I don't care about it? Or do you think it's not broken and I'm just riding it? And that's it. It's like, do you think I gave up? Like, I don't see? And that's what he said. You're psychotic. You don't see the truth. What's the truth, bro? I see the truth. It just doesn't feel the way that you want me to feel about it. I'm not delusional. I just see things in a different perspective. But because I don't see it like you, I'm crazy. And and I appreciated that too. It's like, before I started meeting other people like me, you know what I mean, as far as Wolfman, that's it. It's like, you can call me crazy until I show you this guy and see that there's a whole man out here that does everything that I do. He does fucking rituals and everything. He does all that I do. The only thing that he doesn't do the healing. He does love readings, the shit that I don't do. I don't do love readings. I'm bad at that. You don't ask fucking Lilith to read tarot or do love readings. But that's where it is. It's like, he's strong where I'm weak. He has, he knows the dark, I know the light. He knows this and that. And that's what they were talking about, is why can't you? Because when I look at you, I see them. And I had to go back and actually see who I was looking at. You know what I mean? And that's what I told him too. It's like, I didn't even remember what you look like. And you don't even look like what you looked like before. It's like this had nothing to do with your looks or where you work or what you do or none of that. I don't care. I'm just going off of my feelings. And that's what I realized is like I felt safe enough to go off of him with him. And that's where the whole point was, is when are you going to feel safe enough again? When? Why can't you? Because I was still afraid of rejection. I was still afraid. So that's what I went through. I went through a lot. And then I started a period and I just like, what the fuck? It's shocking to me. I was like, am I going to have menopause? No babies. It was crazy. It was crazy to me. Then I knew I was doing all of this work because that's where he hid. All of my sexual magnetism came out from right there. That's where it's stored. Now all of a sudden I'm shedding it. I'm shedding my skin. It was crazy to me. It's like, you know, and that's it. It's like, you're fucking crazy. I know, keep trying to explain it. Science can. There's so many books and stuff, but you just don't want to see outside of your box head, Roblox. So that's it. I'm here. We're unwinding. We're going to get some pizza. I'm going to get the kids comfy, and then I'm going to go to work for a while. Leave the nest. That's usually how we'll work it. I'll take off for a couple of hours. I come back. I take off for a couple hours. I come back. Until I can't do it anymore, and I got to work through, try to get as much as this done for the next couple days. We'll live off the money I did make over the weekend. I fucking completely forgot about my phone bill. God saved me with that, bro. God saved me. Without my phone, I can't make money. I had to do still 7 more rides to even keep my car. And now all of a sudden I need fucking my phone bill. And it's not on. Without the phone, I can't fucking even make money. But remember what happened in Arizona. I got a Wi-Fi router, and he reminded me. So I turned on my Wi-Fi router yesterday, and I was able to run off of the Wi-Fi and long enough. Well, I mean, I could do it again, so that I was able to get out there and make the money to put a bridge payment on my phone, and to keep the car, and to make some money for us for the next few days. And that's it. It's like he waited till the last moment. It is. I was at the fucking phone store at 5 minutes before it closed with the fucking, you know what I mean, with the payment for it to keep them on. It was crazy. But that's it. It's like, you know, yeah. Why didn't you think about it? Because all I was thinking about was my feelings, bro. And that's what happens when, you know what I mean, you're caught up in your feelings. You got work to do, bro. Nothing else matters, because this is going to fuck up my whole world. And that's what happened. This was far more important than me making money and me doing stuff. And it didn't matter, because I still made enough money, you know, everything still worked out. And again, yeah, you'd say, no, paying your bills and having a roof over your head would have been it. I paid my bills and I do have a roof over my head and we're fine. Again, it's not what you think. And how many other families went back to their cars today too? That's what you don't fucking get. You guys don't get the real world that I live in because you've never seen it. But you got to see it to believe it, and I'm trying to make you believe it. It's a world, right here in your own world. And though I'm here in Denver, Colorado, I promise you, wherever you are, whatever city you are, there are people like me that are not fucked off. The world is just fucked off, and we're just, you know, the meek shall inherit the earth, is what he said. He didn't say he was going to put us back in the dirt. Motherfucker. Fucking God. No, but as I told him, it's like, I'll have all of that back soon, and I'll be able to provide it for other people now too. You know what I mean? And that's it. I'm just learning what it's going to take. I'm learning it. I'm learning not to turn people away. I'm learning more understanding, more compassion, more forgiveness. I'm learning not to be God, but, you know, not to play God, but to be God. Does that make sense? I'm learning more about who needs help, what kind of people to help, how to help. Everybody needs help, but not everybody's opening to receiving help, and they only want certain kinds of help, you know? I'm learning a lot. So that's our Monday, Moon Day reflection day. It is December 1st. It's the first of the, no, it's the second. It's the second of the month. And it's the beginning of the end. It's the end of the year. wrap it up in a pretty little package with a bow, and make sure you do the champagne pop at the end, popping bottles. We're just going to take it slow, because each day we get better, you know what I mean? I can't be as good as I used to be, because I'm not that person anymore. I'm trying to be something I've never been before, something that nobody's ever been before, something that nobody's ever seen before. I've never seen someone like me. I'm trying to be something that I've never seen, that I only see in my imagination. And it takes a lot of steps, and I'm seeing all the garages, Bill Gates and Zuckerberg and all of them. They all started in the lab. They started in the basement with the foundations, with nothing more. And that's it. But don't make me feel bad because I chose to start over. And that's it. I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to give up. If I didn't have that house, I didn't have the cars, I didn't have the clothes, if I didn't have the pride, there was nothing to be proud about. If I didn't have that shit, there was nothing to be proud about. But I promise you, I'm so proud of myself. I really am, and I'm so proud of my children. And I'm so proud of how far we came. We talked about that this morning, actually. My daughter said, Mom, you think we're going to have to repeat our grade? I said, most definitely, guys. But it's not because you're stupid. It's not because you didn't, you know what I mean? Because you couldn't figure it out. It's my fault. And you're going to tell everyone it's my fault. We missed a whole school year, or maybe at least half now. We missed a school year because my mom was a spiritual freak. And we were homeless. It's my fault. And I'll take that. I'll take it. But the truth is I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll be more prepared for the next year. Maybe I can put them in a summer school and they can get all caught up. Maybe they'll end up just going to alternative school where they're just already ahead and, bypassed everyone. I don't know, but we don't. We don't have any stability right now. We move with the wind. And nobody wants to be that detached and, not that unsecure, because you're not. You're not secured to anything when you're that detached. You're fucking floating wherever the wind may blow you. But in the senses, it's trying to blow you towards greatness. You know what I mean? The wind doesn't just die and you're not going to just fall. It's going to pick you up and blow you to a new place. But you can't get there if you're just in the same old place. And that's where it is. It's like, I was pretty close. But then I had to go all the way back to what was holding me back. And now I'm not, those things aren't holding me back. And everybody knows who I am, and I'm not ashamed. I'm a whole bunch of whole big old mess that everybody has seen, and I stood there proudly and yelled it from the highest corners that this is me. Love me or hate me, just this is me. This is how God made me, and this is what I'm here to do in the name of Jesus Christ. And I know it's confusing and crazy, but again, somebody's gonna love the shit out of me when this bullshit. I was thinking about that. I was like, dude, we are dangerous, just apart. You're just as dangerous as I am. I don't know what they were thinking trying to hook us up. That's dangerous. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Anyways, yeah, it was a ride. And there's more rides to be had. So I'm going to pause for the cause here. We're going to have some lunch and kind of go from there. Again, I'm going to go to work and try to be a normal civilian later today if God so pleases. If not, he might tell me to just take the day off. He used to all the time. He always wanted me to take a Monday off for myself and just reflect. I'd always try to do something, but it always felt good not to do nothing. Speaking of which, I put some cards aside. I have a reading sitting right here ready to be sold. So if he tells me not to work, then I'll pull the cards out. Again, he's given this day our daily bread, and he's shown me that he can fix all of this. I'll make the $400 this week plus more. Everything will be okay as long as I trust him. So, hey, I love you guys. I hope you're learning lessons and catching blessings and learning not to judge. Which car? No. Yeah, here's the key. Here's the key. Don't lose it. It's that button right there. Yeah, again, we're learning. At least we're not stuck. At least we're not staying stagnant in one place for too long without learning our lessons. We're really learning lessons, and we're able to ascend into different, higher levels of consciousness and bigger battles of, overcoming. So, Amen to that. Amen to that. Hey, I love you guys. Whoever you are, I hope I'm inspiring you to make brave choices. Or at least entertaining you, I suppose. Are you entertained? Laters, haters.